and before you know it, it escalated into something else. Before you know it, their physical health they started having challenges. Before you know it, they started developing high blood pressure. Before you know it, and hello everyone, you're welcome back to the Positive Moment with Victoria. If you're joining us for the first time, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at PM_Music1 TV. Follow us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook at PM_Music1. So today I want to quickly talk about stress and how to manage stress. A lot of things can put us under pressure. In recent times in Nigeria, all over the world, there's so many things that are happening now that has the ability to put us under pressure and make us feel stressed. So I'm going to be discussing some tips on how to manage stress. But before we go into that, what are the signs of stress? How do you know when you are already feeling stressed out? Number one, you start feeling irritable and aggressive and impatient. Like everything is just annoying you. You are so touchy, you just find everything annoying. When you start feeling that way, just know that you are stressed. When you start feeling overburdened, like everything, you're just feeling like the burden of the whole world is on your shoulder, just know that you are stressed. And anytime you start feeling anxious or you're afraid for no reason, you're just afraid, then you should know that you are stressed. And every time that your thoughts are just racing to and fro and you can't switch it off, just know that you are stressed. And when you are unable to enjoy yourself, that's another sign of stress. Just know that you are stressed. And stress can also make you feel depressed. It can make you feel uninterested in anything that is happening around you. And it will be like you have lost your sense of humor. You start getting worried about your health. You feel neglected and lonely. That is, anytime you're feeling this way, just know that you're already going through stress and you're under pressure. And then you might start you might start having some funny behaviors that are not your normal lifestyle. For instance, you might start finding it hard to make decisions. You might start worrying yourself over everything. You're just getting worried. You're avoiding situations that will trouble you. And then stress can make you to start snapping at people. I already said that, aggressive and irritable and all of that. And for people that are actually extremely emotional, they might start crying. Stress can make them cry. Sometimes you're restless and all of that. And stress can affect you physically. Yes, it can affect you emotionally, it can affect you mentally, and it can also affect you physically. When you are stressed out, it can affect your breathing, and it can make you start having panic attacks. And according to science and medical research, they say stress can make you have blurred vision, like blurred eyesight. Those are the kind of things that stress can cause. You will not be able to sleep well, and sometimes you might even be having nightmares. You might be feeling dizzy, chest pains and headaches and all of that. So stress actually it can lead to so many things. Like I just said, it can affect you physically, so it affects your health. So when you are stressed, what are the things you need to do? What are the things you need to do when you are stressed? Number one, you need to find out exactly what caused that particular situation you are going through, the stress. Why? It might be because you have been under a lot of pressure. It might be because you are facing some changes, like maybe change of environment or change of job or something, or maybe you are worrying about something, or maybe you don't have full control over a situation, or you're just uncertain about life or anything. It could also be self-esteem issues and all of that. So you need to watch it. What exactly is causing you to be stressed? In this part of the world, we hardly talk about mental health. Like, it's not an everyday conversations that we have. Mental health issues. A lot of people believe that the kind of people that have mental health issues are um, mad people that are roaming the streets. And when we talk about mental health, it is not just about um how would I put it now? Should I say physical madness that you see on the street? Mental health is anybody can be a victim. It's not about people that are tearing their clothes or people that are walking about naked. Anxiety disorder is a mental health issue. Bipolar disorder is a mental. There's so many of them. Depression and all of that. We hardly talk about it, and we are always used to God forbid, it can never be me, it cannot happen to me. Whereas a lot of people are having these issues and they are not managing it because they don't even know that they have issues. It's something for you to know you have issues and start seeking for solution. But when you don't even know that you have a problem, there's no way you can get a solution. So anytime you feel stressed, like I said, identify what is causing it. Identify your triggers. Any issue that is coming up regularly that is making you worry, identify them. And if there's any stressful events you are undergoing, maybe in your career, maybe you have issues at work, maybe your business, you're an entrepreneur, maybe whatever, academics, you're a student, anything that is making you going through stress at that moment, identify it. Then when you have identified it, then organize your time. Identify your best time of the day and do the important tasks that need the most energy and concentration at that time. For instance, now you might be a morning person or you might be an evening person. So identify which time works best for you and concentrate on that time to do whatever you have to do. Then also make a list of the things you want to do. Arrange them in order of importance and try to focus on the most urgent of them all. In economics, they call something scale of preference. So whatever it is that is the most important thing for you to do should be at the top of that list. It should be your priority. So create a timetable for yourself that is useful for you and do the things that are most important and be taking them one after the other. Set smaller and more achievable targets. Don't just put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Set achievable targets. It's actually good for you to like have a target and have something you are working towards. Okay, by the end of so months, by the end of the year, I want to do this, I want to do this. But make sure that the target you are setting for yourself is something achievable. Make sure it's something achievable. And also vary your activities. Balance your activities. Make sure you do a lot of interesting tasks and all of that, and try as much as possible not to do too much at once. Don't do too much at once. Try as much as possible to organize yourself and do one thing at a time. And also address whatever it is that is causing your stress. Now, I already said that you should identify your trigger. So if it's housing and finances issue that you have, address them. If it's your academics, if it's personal life, it is whatever it is, address them. And also whatever it is that you cannot change, just accept it. You need to understand that there are some things that you might not be able to change. Like, there are situations that are beyond your control. So whatever it is that it is you found out that okay, there is nothing you can do about this. Just accept it and just move on with your life, and stop putting yourself under unnecessary pressure. Don't put yourself on. In fact, the situation we found ourselves right now in the country and even around the world generally is enough to put anybody under stress. So don't put yourself under more stress. Okay, so how can you develop your resilience? Number one, make some lifestyle changes. Make some lifestyle changes. Relax when you have to relax. Develop interest and hobbies. Just have fun, be free, relax. Make time for your friends. Find balance in life. And also look after your physical health. After your physical health. Get enough sleep. Sleep well. Be active. Eat healthy. Don't eat the wrong kind of food. Like maybe you are used to eating junks all the time. Make sure you eat balanced diet. It will help you. It will help your mental health. It will help your physical health. It will help every area of your life. And when you have to give yourself a break, please do reward yourself for achievements. Get a change. Take a vacation. Take a break. Resolve conflicts that you have and forgive yourself for whatever it is you were unable to do. Probably you have a target you're supposed to meet and you couldn't meet up. Forgive yourself. Whatever it is, forgive yourself. Don't dwell on your past mistake. And build your support network as well, whether among your family members, your friends, at work, in school, if you're a student, peer support. Make sure you build your support network. And by the time you try all of these things, you will find out that you'll be able to manage yourself when you feel stressed. And you have to really work on yourself, because a lot of recently you'll be hearing of people who are just like working and a slump or something, and that's the end. That's because they did not monitor their health at the initial stages. They started going through stress, they started going through prayer, and they didn't watch it. And before you know it, it escalated into something else. Before you know it, their physical health started having challenges. Before you know it, they started developing high blood pressure. Before you know it, and you just hear that somebody slumped and the person died. So you have to watch all these things from the beginning and make sure you don't put yourself under unnecessary pressure. Alright, thank you so much for joining us today on The Positive Moment, and today I spoke briefly on how to manage stress. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at PM_Music1 TV. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Tumblr and Snapchat, still on PM_Music1 TV. And hopefully we believe that the Twitter ban will be lifted soon enough. So you can also follow us on Twitter when the ban has been lifted. Thank you so much for joining us. I still remain Victoria. Till we meet next time. Bye.